This is Disorderly Conduct. My name is Brian. You can just call me Def. Join me as always, who you can currently hear swallowing his goddamn microphone. Rage, better known as Aaron. What's up, buddy? I mean, I can hear every goddamn time you breathe out. Then from beautiful Sunnyside, Texas, also just fucking dropping the 19th goddamn month Twitch Prime sub. Project 1 Moon. Whose current status is shoots and ladders. Okay. What's up? Oh. Lead. I'm fucked. Like this is all like period like medieval weapons. Then I'm absolutely fucked. There ain't a goddamn weapon in there I could fucking use properly. Yeah, not like a spear, but same sort of idea, like a fucking pole arm or you know halberd or some shit, some large sharp thing at the edge of a goddamn stick, just to be just very fuck keep anything very far away from me because it's the only way I'm fucking surviving this scenario. that then then I'm running away. That's what I'm doing. Well, no, because you said 1,200 years ago. That's 800. You know, full plate is at least good full plate isn't exactly a common thing. You can take more hits than someone without it though. No. Me? Again, I would. I can't use a bow. I've tried, so that's not gonna be a fucking thing. Um, I would grab. Realistically, I would grab a crossbow with as many fucking bolts as I can carry, and you know, some light ass armor, so I'm not weighed down as I'm running for my goddamn life. Not necessarily light armor, but like you know, The fuck is it called? No. Yeah. Gambitson. It's like some fucking thick ass padded shit. A crossbow. And running for my goddamn life. Yes. I couldn't fucking even lift that shit.
I mean, practice with war axes. The thing about a war axe that most people fail to realize is when you look at like fantasy weapons and things like that, you look at video games, they show axes as like hook and curves and things like that. No, on the back side of them was a giant pick. So there goes all your plate armor, and the rest of it was just a massive weight on the front of it.
Well, though, that sort of depends. Because plate armor wasn't really a thing. You said 1,200 years ago, right?
1,200 years ago, plate armor isn't common, but your officers would still wear plate armor. Your knights, your men-at-arms would still wear plate armor. Which, if you hit them with a war pick, they're done. Like, that's what that was built for.
I mean, like, proper plate armor didn't become a thing until Middle Ages, like 1,300, 1,400. So if you had if you had a proper set of fucking plate armor in 800 AD, you'd be doing pretty fucking good.
You would, until somebody hits you with that fucking war pick.
A war pick from fucking 600 years ago probably isn't going through most plate armor.
Are you? Just for the weight factor alone, have you seen what a war pick does to modern era replicas of armor?
I've seen what they can do when you're having of similar sorts of materials. You're comparing steel to, like Iron Age shit.
It's the sheer weight and the penetrating point is the only thing that matters at that.
No, the strength of your fucking metal matters quite a lot.
Not when it comes to putting all the weight down on it. Besides the fact that your knight in shining armor didn't come out with a fucking sword. Your knight in shining armor came out with the same...
The Autobots fucked you right there. What'd you say?
I said your knight in shining armor came out with that kind of axe. Like, the sword was a sidearm. That was not your go-to weapon. You didn't charge into battle with a fucking sword if you were smart.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I mean, unless you're Japan, then you all fight with fucking weird different lengths of swords that makes no fucking sense. And then one sword that's technically a fucking polearm, but no, it's a sword.
And then they invent guns and all that just goes out the window.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, firearms drastically fucking revolutionized how warriors fought.
I mean, we still wear armor. We do.
Yeah, but the armor's evolved to stop bullets because when they fucking first came out, even like the most inaccurate fucking blunderbuss in the world still punches straight through plate armor.
No, because we still wore freaking balisards that were built around the... Why do you think they still wore them when they were using muskets? They weren't as effective, but they were still there.
Because, again, the weapons were inaccurate as shit, and you could glance off. You could...
That's why they're pointed like that, to make a glancing blow.
Yeah.
Same reason why a helmet's tinted like that.
I mean, that's been true for fucking armor for millennia, basically. Long fucking Greeks figured out if you put a slight curve in your armor, the weapon will slide away once in a while.
Then why the hell do we make flat fucking armor nowadays?
We don't.
We're no longer trying to glance the round off. We're trying to catch the round.
Because there's no glancing a bullet at that fucking speed. If you
Also,
if you have something strong enough to glance a fucking 7.6 UI39 in any sort of meaningful capacity, is gonna be too fucking heavy or too thick to be useful.
well, also that also
Heavy.
puts everyone around you at risk. If you can create an armor that stops around compared to just making it someone else's fault, making someone else's issue.
Like stopping the round, that's not gonna happen. Catching the round, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, you stop it. You're just stopping it with the
You're
weight of a
not- you're not
truck hitting
stopping
the
it
fucking
flat.
your chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you are taking it as if you got hit by it, but you're not just stopping the round. There's nothing that does that. But I'm going with studded and a war axe.
I would grab a crossbow and be as far away as fucking
A
possible.
hot dog is a taco.
Hot dog is a taco. It's a sandwich too.
Mm,
The
one label as a sandwich was definitely a taco.
the great debates of our time.
But it's cereal soup.
So,
Yeah, cereal is soup.
to video games. What you guys been playing this week? Last week. Or the week before. It's been 3 fucking weeks since we've done a show.
I started some Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, like it?
It's all right.
I fucking
It's
loved that game.
It's all right. I'm at the point where you become a seeker and you're kind of just going around. I've completed my first bandit camp. That's about as far as I'm in. I'm like 10ish hours in, whatever. And then been playing more Risk of Rain 2, which just had its official release. It's pretty good. Roguelike third-person shooter. Can't go wrong with it. Definitely can, but
I started playing Greedfall yesterday.
Ooh. What fighting style did you go?
I went finesse.
It's not a bad one. Fucking
I
guns are
played for
overpowered.
about 3 minutes, and then went back to watching anime.
It's definitely it's definitely one of the better RPGs of that year. I think it came out in 2018.
What was it?
Last year?
What was it?
Was it Greedfall? Was it?
Broodfall?
Yeah, 2019 September. It's almost a year old. Yeah, it's definitely one of the better RPGs of last year.
I don't know. I mean, this week I've barely played anything. Most things I start, play for about a couple minutes, and then immediately stop playing.
I haven't played anything interesting. Ever since I beat Tactics, I've been kind of just waiting for something interesting to grab my attention.
Actually, what are you streaming? Aren't you streaming something that was pretty interesting?
I mean, I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 a couple weeks ago, so that's interesting. I started Last of Us 2, which has been pretty interesting so far. I'm enjoying it anyways, but I'm only like 3 or 4 hours into it.
I guess there is
So
one
still
game.
tutorial.
Well, it's not the first section of the game, but it's not hyper flower into it. I know most people you got like 12 hours out of it, I want to say.
Is it really only 12 hours?
Let me check, because the first Last of Us was only like fucking was like 12 hours to 8 hours, something like that. What the fuck is game length? Game length has it pegged at around 20 to 25 hours. So I have probably close to a fucking month in this game, basically.
Last of Us Part 2.
So it'll be interesting.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it so far, but if going by this metric, I'm only a fifth of the way into it, so there's plenty of time to change the opinion. I'm liking it so far. Obviously, it's fucking gorgeous as shit, being one of the last games to hit, PlayStation before it cycles around. The music is fantastic, but again, that's Naughty Dogs makes fantastic games. If you like your story-heavy games, Naughty Dogs is on top of that shit. So far, it's been
just don't consider just don't look at Watch Dogs and all that.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, but
There is one game I've been playing.
oh,
Hit me with it.
do tell.
Run Escape.
Oh,
As
fuck
always.
you. Okay.
I played
Because does that hit you at home or something?
It's really can play during work, and I'm at 192 quest points.
Oh, RuneScape. Okay. I just thought it was some weeb game or something.
No.
I just assumed.
Makes an ass out of you and me, my guy.
That's fun.
Though I will tell you, the ending of the Vampire series is freaking amazing.
I'll watch the second season of Umbrella Academy or Umbrella Academy.
I have.
Yeah, it's good.
It is amazing. I fucking love this show.
Giant fuck you when the fucking dad came out to be an alien. Giant. I was like, you're fucking with me. This is stupid.
Oh, I knew it.
Fucking stupid.
I know it's a fucking graphic novel. I haven't read it. I
No.
had the same reaction Moon is like, are you fucking serious?
Also, when the girlfriend ended up having powers that are just everyone else's powers when they used against her, I was like, this is uncreative. What the fuck is this?
That's exactly what happened in the manga.
I like that turn. I like that idea. I didn't like the alien or fucking lizard man, whatever the fuck he is. I didn't like it. And then you fucking go to the fucking future at the end of it, and it's different. Which doesn't that ruin everything we've fucking known about how time travel works in this universe?
Yeah, I'm fine. I understand why things are different. Well, I didn't like how all those kids were teenagers.
No.
It changes the date that they all got born somehow.
They sent because in the thing part of it is massive fucking spoilers, by the way, if anyone fucking cares, for Umbrella Academy Season 2, as we've already given away half the goddamn ending. Part of the series is 5 with his older fucking self. Older bodied self.
Nope.
And they make a very specific point to say, we have to send him back at the exact same time, otherwise I cease to exist. But they go to the future into a timeline where they don't fucking exist.
Yeah.
Why? How?
Well, they technically do exist, but they're future selves. They're the paradox.
It's really stupid. Like, the time travel is a stupid thing to throw into your fucking sci-fi films for this goddamn reason, because it's so fucking bullshit inconsistent. And you've created loopholes and plot points and all of that crap. It's like, if they could do this, then why was it so fucking crucial to send the guy back before? Or was 5 just not knowing that this is a possibility? Like, and if he sent the guy back before and they kept him as his old self, why is, like, in fucking canon, why is the main fucking 5 still like a goddamn child? Like, time travel is stupid and you shouldn't fucking put it in your movies because it makes my goddamn head hurt.
Yeah, but what if he purposely screwed the math up?
Again, then that goes back to he needed it to turn out that way. Because what else are you going to do? But if he does that, then how do they go to a future where it's not the same? Because then they cease to exist because everything that they know as the Umbrella Academy didn't fucking happen.
This guy's having a conniption fit.
Time travel is stupid.
The last like 3 episodes, I was like, this is just a slap in my face.
I don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. Ignoring the time travel part, because time travel, again, makes my head hurt because you can't do it consistently and you shouldn't be fucking doing it at all. Everything else, I'm cool with. It's dope as shit. Watching 5 fight himself was one of the best fucking things in the world.
Also, if you have a character that's gonna be like surprise, she also has powers. Hint at it, at least.
Yeah, that would
Like,
have...
drop a
They
small
did.
hint. When?
He did.
When he was
Five
fight,
first
yeah,
had to fight
yeah.
her. When Five went to first fight her, she was teleporting around like him, but she was doing it subtly. Unless you were paying attention and actually figuring it out, because even he had the moment of what the shit, you wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, I was about to say, they did hint at it. They could have probably done a better job at hinting at it, but it was... I don't have a problem with it. At least, not that part. But overall, I thought it was a fantastic fucking season. I loved it.
I have the same opinion as the first season. It's literally just the exact same plot over again.
Yeah, more or less. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know... In my opinion, anyways, there's nothing wrong with it, because there's enough tweaks and there's enough like differences that you could get away with it. Because like the first season, there was a lot more emphasis on like, you know, like on Luther and Vanya, and this one was much more on like Five and God, what the fuck is? I can't. Allison and Diego. Like there's you switch the emphasis. And this time, Vanya is like, you know, a domino effect to start the end of the world, not the main fucking thing that destroys it.
Also, they're just a dick to Vanya for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Still, like, it got to the point where she was about to head back to the barn, and they were like, you go by yourself, I ain't coming. I was like, and I sat there, I was like, why? Why are they being a dick to her right now? They just had this, like, loving moment, and they were like, fuck you. And then they all came into the car with her. I was like, why were you a dick 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, that part didn't make any goddamn sense.
To be fair, during that part, Klaus didn't say anything.
Klaus barely says anything. He's usually the bitch boy that does whatever.
Yeah, Klaus didn't bother me. It was like fucking
Allison. Everyone else. It's like
Allison, 30 seconds of sorry, but we've got more important things, and she fucking shows up anyways. Like, what is? I still liked it.
It's good.
Can't wait for the third one to figure out what the fuck they do with emo fucking Ben.
I don't understand. They're not gonna fight. They'll fight next to each other.
Ben is the best character of them all.
Ben?
Ben.
I loved his fucking arc in this one. Like fucking trying to take over Klaus and then, you know, saving Vanya at the end. I thought that was fucking perfect for him. This is by far the best fucking character in the second season. He's like just... It's probably because he wasn't so overexposed being literally a sidekick for most of it. But it's like, his character is perfectly fucking written.
And the only one he really pairs well with is Klaus.
They make a great foil.
Because they're two opposites of the same freaking coin.
And it'll be interesting to see what the fuck, how Klaus handles like next season when he doesn't have, you know, Ben to bounce everything off of.
Entirely he does. You know, just different Ben.
Different Ben, yeah.
It'll be interesting.
It's a thing.
It will be a thing.
As always.
Alright, that's the podcast, everyone.
Yep.
Have a good day.
That's it. We talked 2 minutes of video games. Ranted about fucking Netflix series.
Yeah. We've made it.
Yep.
This is the tippity top.
Aaron, have you watched any of the GDQ marathon?
Nope.
No? Why not?
Don't care anymore.
I'd say you're missing out, but the whole... I was talking to Moon about it before the show, but the whole lack of a crowd thing feels really weird to me. Like, the crowd is weird and cringy, like, more than half the time. Probably most of the races are just quiet as shit, and this awkward fucking dude in the back is yelling hype. But during, like, the bigger games, during, like, the hyper moments, they add so much to the atmosphere.
Those 6 games, you mean?
They add so much when you have, like, a fucking, you know, Legend of Zelda or Metroid, or, like, just those bigger moments, like, when the money count hits a fucking milestone or something. They just add so much to the atmosphere, and there's none of that. Like, they fucking broke, you know, 100,000 in a few hours, basically, like they do every year. And there's like a couple guys on Discord, yeah, keep it up. And normally there'd be a fucking thunderous fucking applause. It's just, it's not the same.
Are they still dumb enough to make Twitch chat subscriber only or some shit?
Yeah, Twitch chat still subscriber only.
So good.
Well, I mean, you can't moderate 6 bazillion people, and some asshole. I'd say some, but there's a lot of fucking assholes took advantage of the fact that you could say whatever the fuck you wanted, and the moderators couldn't stop you half the time. So I mean,
You can ban words, blacklist words, and all that.
you can, but then people start making it a point and an intention to find ways around the filter, and they still do with fucking like subscriber only. You still feel people find weird
How many
ways to
people-
misspell naughty words or some shit. It's like, this is why subscriber only is there, is because people can't behave themselves. On general, I think most people are fucking chill, but
So
there's
until
a
you find that one jackass that keeps popping up saying Wickdoff.
when there is an audience on, and your average viewership is over 100,000, and on like the bigger moments, like fuck, what year was it? Like during Metroid in like 2018 or 2019, they had like 500,000 people in chat. It's impossible to manage to stop all of that shit, and a lot of bad shit filtered through. So I can understand them deciding, hey, fuck it, this will cut down on 90% of that bullshit. So, like, GDQ's made a lot of weird and stupid decisions, but I think going subscriber only in chat is definitely not one of the worst.
That's not even the issue. It's just GDQ in general.
Particularly since
Shady
Twitch
crap they've been pulling.
Twitch has like fucking, chat rooms and shit. So you can watch it and open up a separate chat with just about anybody and be fine. Like, again, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, GDQ in general has made a lot of weird decisions. They've done some odd things about how they want to maintain their image by, selecting their runners or deselecting runners for things that they've said or things that they haven't done. And then there's some things about selecting. A couple of times now they've selected invalid runners. Like, someone would submit a run and then it turns out they're not who they claim they are. Like the cluster truck run from a while back, the guy claimed to be a world record holder, and he cheated to get the world record. And he got the moment. He got the fucking thing in front of 100,000 people on the stream. I mean, he was a decent runner, there's no doubt about it, but he didn't fucking deserve that accolade when it's built on fucking lies. And there's a bunch of that shit with GDQ. So
That's my problem with GDQ.
I think at least for me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal to make me stop watching it, because I still enjoy it. But there are enough grievances where I could see someone deciding it just rubs them enough the wrong way. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Well, all the freaking Castlevania crap in the background has rubbed me enough to the point where I'm done.
Castlevania crap? Would you like to elaborate?
Nope.
Because I know... Here, I will Google this, because I know basically nothing about this.
Oh, just a bunch of different runners getting told straight up, no, you're not doing it. Same kind of crap they had last year.
I mean, they try to... At least as far as, like, the whole run variety thing, like, there's issues like that flare up a lot. Almost every sucking selection period, there is an issue or two regarding how the fuck shit's gonna play out. Is what runs get accepted by which runners. Because a lot of the more popular games, a lot of more popular categories like Castlevania, they get submitted every session and by multiple people. And you can't have it all the time. And it goes back to the whole cluster truck thing. You're just like, if you put this in there, how do you know you're picking the right person to put in there? And you rub a lot of shoulders the wrong way if you don't put the game in there because it's been done too recently. Or if you put it in and you pick a poor representative of your community. Or, just the less popular one. Like,
That's the thing. They're taking the less popular ones. I mean, they're taking the popular ones now. That's all they're taking. They're not taking the better runners. They're not taking the higher speed runners. They're taking the ones who, just because I have a stream and get 50 people to watch means, I win. even though, in races, 10 out of 10 times they've lost all 10. They're not fast. They're good at the game, albeit because, you've done the game enough. It's just
they've got their own set of standards and objectives, and I don't necessarily agree with them all the time, but it's like they're in a tough spot. Like they're not gonna make everybody happy regardless of what the fuck is going on.
Oh no, I get that, but the fact that somebody else that's new to the scene has a much slower time, but is known for something else, shouldn't get the spot when it's not their primary game. Is all I'm saying.
Probably not, but again, I don't know.
Again, they're going for faces, and that's what just kind of pushed me over the edge. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I have 3 friends that qualified back to the second stage, and then just got declined for somebody that's a face.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is the whole. They are trying to provide a charity service built on entertainment, and if someone's can drive more of that, then
agreed. But when it comes to 50 people versus someone who has 25,
yeah,
still same situation.
Some of those more obscure fucking runners, like you're kind of splitting hairs there, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck?
Sorry,
what?
It's rubbed me wrong, so I'm.
What game was it? There was a game earlier today with this Russian dude, and if you look at his stream, he averages like 10 fucking viewers.
Mm-hmm.
But what you gonna do? I still love it just for the fact that I love speedrunning. They're just mindlessly fascinating to me. Like even now, I've got it on the other fucking monitor. They're doing Sonic Heroes of all fucking games.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those like this is gonna be bad, but I can't turn away. This is a shit game, but I'm gonna watch it.
So Brian, I suppose part of the fact comes from I am speedrunning all the damn time. I play Castlevania so much, it just it rubs me wrong when they screw other people over,
Because it's understandable, and I've been with. Not recently. I don't want to say that, but like when I first really got big into speedrunning, like 2016 or so, I'd watch a lot of guys, and there was this one dude that streamed a whole bunch of fucking like Souls games and Dark Souls and shit. Like, yeah, for
Distortion 2?
No. Though I'm kind of surprised he hasn't done more with this shit. But the dude, I forget how the fuck to pronounce his name. It was Allah something. But he had like world record in Dark Souls 2 and shit. Like, fantastic runner. Never even got a fucking DM from GDQ. And like, that's fucking bullshit. I mean, I know a lot of people run this game, but like the dude's a moderately. He's a streamer with an audience of more than a dozen people, and he's a fucking world record holder, and you can't even like consider his shit. So I understand where that aspect is, but
so in that vein with Dark Souls specifically, has multiple ties or multiple times they've come in first place or the world record, and
you hear
your asshole.
You hear a word he said out of that.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have, someone who's really good, knows what they're doing, right? They've run it probably 500, 600, 700 times, doesn't matter. They're good. But then they have someone like VaatiVidya show up. Someone who's not that fast, but has played the game a lot and is a very well-known face, so they're just going to choose him. Fuck it.
Are they, though? I mean, I probably, at least for a few games. But with all these games, it's so hard to fucking follow each community. I know with Kingdom Hearts speedrunning in particular, this year they chose a relatively unknown guy because he was one of the better fucking runners that submitted for it. But I can see that's probably not a thing for at least a few games. That's weird.
Like, they're popular games, they don't go with the fast speedrunners. They go with the ones who are the face.
If your
Like
goal
your
is
fucking Mario's, your Zeldas, they're not going for the guys who are going to set the world records.
if,
They're going for the guys who are going to have as many people suck their dick as they can.
I mean, if your goal is to drive viewers and thus donations, then it kind of makes sense to do that, though.
Yeah, but at the same time,
It's
it wasn't even originally supposed to be about viewers. It was about playing fast. And that was their whole thing.
I mean, that's speed running in general, but it's been a fucking almost. It's been almost a decade. It's been like 8 fucking years since Cool Games or whatever the fuck it used to be called. Like their mission is adapt when they're the fucking single largest fucking donation to Doctors Without Borders to Prevent Cancer Foundation. Like at a certain point, as a fucking legitimate charity, you have to consider those things. Like they are a fucking charity organization and have certain fucking obligations to uphold, and that's part of the consideration whether we like it or not.
Allegations about like you're no matter what, charity is inconsistent. Like they have no. You shouldn't have like say. Like they shouldn't have to like you shouldn't have the expectation to uphold anything.
You
Like,
shouldn't, but you do, or at least you have the perceived expectation, and that again that factors into some of their decisions. Whether or not they should or not is a different story, but it does.
one day they'll never meet it. One day, but
Well, and they wonder why less and less people each year keep applying for them.
At the moment. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be an issue for them at the moment, though. With the whole fucking COVID thing and lack of crowds, like their donation is behind where it should be for this point in the marathon, and their viewers aren't as high as they normally are. So,
big surprise.
I mean, they were on a fucking warpath for the last several years. Every single like of the last fucking 4 marathons, each one of them broke a record set by the one before it, like on a goddamn roll. So it's gonna slow down eventually, and I think that the whole lack of crowds thing really isn't helping. And then I mean, there's no hype. This is something that got pushed back and rescheduled because of COVID, so it's kind of hard to see what's gonna happen if like Aaron's saying, if fewer and fewer people are applying for their shit because of one reason or another. It could be a very different marathon come next year or the year after.
I don't think it'll be that quick.
Who knows?
It may not be that.
I mean,
They
it's.
have lost a lot of submissions they would have had.
I mean, but for a lot of these guys, this is the biggest crowd they will ever fucking see.
Well, that's the point. Why do you keep giving it to the face instead of the people who are trying to make it work?
Again, but you'll still get enough people still interested in applying if you're used to streaming in front of 20 people and you're offered a platform of anywhere from 50,000 to 500,000. A lot of people are going to jump on that, particularly with the whole at home thing, with the whole COVID thing. You don't even have to get out of your goddamn house. Previously, you had to raise money for a fucking trip and hotel in Minneapolis or some shit. No, you can just fucking stay at home, turn on your webcam, it's fine. I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still watching it. I'll probably still keep watching it. Unless they make some absolutely retarded decision. Like, mind-boggling, at least to me. Like, I don't agree with their justification a lot of times, but I could understand it. Unless they make something completely fucking irrationally batshit stupid to me, I don't see a future where I'm not watching these. That's me.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Should we talk about some
There's no-
topics?
Yeah, sure.
Make me.
So, Shadowlands is now in the PTR.
Yeah.
The cinematic looks good. That's all I can say.
Gameplay's not terrible. It's really weird seeing, under level 50 again, but that's a thing.
What do you mean, like people
Oh,
get reset or
yeah.
something?
You're under level 50. When you run in the PTR, you're not level
Okay.
50. Like, I went from level 120 to, I think, 45? I think 45.
Sorry, I don't know jack shit about WoW. It looks pretty,
Same.
but that that's all I can contribute to this conversation. It looks nice. I'm sure, like most WoW expansions, people will throw absolutely nonstop large mountains of money at it. It's got nothing for me.
World of Warcraft players throwing too much money at a single game they've played for 15 years? No.
Not at all. Ever.
The audacity for you to say such a thing.
Huh? Why would you? That's just rude. You sick fuck.
So, Moon, the fuck do you
Hello.
wanna talk about your topic?
Why don't you talk about my topic?
I don't know what the fuck your top is about, because the one Ellen I think you're referring to, the TV show host, who turns out it's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
She hasn't
Oh.
she hasn't been fired.
She's being replaced. Yeah, she pretty sure she's being replaced and all that.
Unless I have missed something, I just fucking googled the shit out of it. I don't see anything as far as her being replaced yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I was misled.
Like there's a recent thing where she apologized on air for the work environment of her producers. That there's some shit, but whatever. You can fucking like the whole Ellen thing in particular. Like she comes across as a crazy disingenuous in her apology. So
Duh.
it's one of those things, like, even if it was entirely your fucking producer and you had nothing to do with it, you still let it stand. You can't tell me you didn't notice that shit. It is all of your fucking all of your heads of your goddamn show have said that they've been fucking let go for being absolute dicks, and there's literally dozens of fucking former employees saying that you're also a massive fucking dick.
Yeah, like it's been like it's super common, especially like because I listen to a lot of comedians and podcasts. Like she's known for being like just a giant douchebag. Like Steven. Who's the fucking dude? No, action star. He's a policeman as well. Does like karate shit. Fuck, can I?
Seagal?
Yeah, Steven Seagal is known for being just a massive fucking load as well.
Yeah, for Ellen, like she's a massive dick, and it appears to be by all means so she fostered a hostile work environment, but she hasn't been canceled yet. She hasn't been. Her show isn't being replaced yet, though I wouldn't doubt if that is very seriously under consideration if more of the shit keeps coming up. Like,
I hope so.
Like when you're
very funny to see.
You've built your entire internet or your not internet, but your entire TV personality around being the fucking really sweet, likable you know,
She's always
person.
been a bitch.
And as it comes out to the public view that you're a giant fucking prick when the cameras aren't on, I could see why people wouldn't want to host that show anymore. But
nothing.
I mean, nothing's happened yet, so who knows? Again, I wouldn't doubt it, and if all of these reports are to be true, I think she should be fucking let go. You can't fucking foster that sort of crazy bullshit work environment for years, apparently, and think just an apology is enough to be to get over it.
It's like BP's like, I'm sorry when
Yeah,
they've had that giant oil spill.
Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, your damage is already done. Like, you've fucking sold your goddamn image, and how many fucking people have you scared off of the industry because you're a massive fucking prick? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's a bit too harsh, but you know.
Yeah, how dare you be too harsh on her?
If you're a
multi-millionaire that lives in a
yeah,
mansion,
it's hard to feel sorry for her when, again, you're an asshole to people who made your fucking job possible. Like, you were literally nothing without these fucking people.
Oh, but you know, according to her, it was all her work.
I mean, the show these sorts of shows. I mean, they are led by the personnel. You wouldn't have a show if it weren't for Ellen, but on the flip side, she wouldn't have a fucking show either if it wasn't for the dozen people. There's a power meld, it's one person versus many, but that one still needs the many. And if you're constantly pissing people off to where they no longer want to fucking work with you, that's on you. If you've set management structure, if you have producers and all this shit set up to be giant fucking pricks, even if you're the nicest person in the world, if you have assholes making all your shot calls, you're still an asshole. You're still fucking complicit in their bullshit, regardless of whether or not you actually directed it, or if you wanted to set that tone for your fucking scene. You did. The fucking buck stops with you at the top of the goddamn line where people get their perceived image from. And they,
It do be like that.
Yeah. I mean, if everything's true, I hope she does get fired. Just straight. Fact of the matter, she needs to, I don't know, have a humbling moment, I guess, and not, a fake apology as you lavish as the fact that you're the fucking most watched goddamn person in all of daytime television. Well, fuck you. Actually do something about it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You do be like that. So some say it don't, but it do.
I hate you. You're stupid shit.
I don't.
Fucking love it.
But yeah, what's up? Which do we have here?
We have lots of topics.
Prove it.
Pick one, Aaron.
Oh, you.
And I don't want to fucking pick one.
They're your topics.
Yeah, because I just fucking grabbed random shit from a fucking news website. Because it seemed like we could maybe get a conversation out of some of it.
I don't understand.
I mean...
Wasteland 3 is going to release in just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that.
What'd you say?
Wasteland 3 is going to release in a couple weeks. August 28th, I think.
Why did I think that was already out?
There's a demo. Unless you're thinking of that.
Yeah, it comes out August 28th. I could have swore it was out sooner.
Oh, I think this is also going to be the same day CD Projekt Red's game. I cannot remember the name off the top of my head right now, but
Cyberpunk,
yeah.
No,
I think it was going to be the same day it was going to release if it didn't get pushed back 15 times.
Speaking of that game, I read a news article the other day. And by that I mean yesterday. It was one of the developers for fucking Cyberpunk, and they said they're currently not happy with the melee combat and are considering scrapping it.
I thought they're considering
I'm never gonna
reworking it.
I'm never going to fucking play this game, am I?
Oh yeah, I
I'm
don't.
the only one who's upset about that.
Delayed review units already went out back in like April. Consider that, and then they're going to fucking scrap and redo a massive fucking core part of your combat system.
Yeah. Hey, wait, you angry?
Blows my goddamn. I'm never gonna get to play this game. I'm just set on the fact that fucking CD Projekt Red is gonna go bankrupt before this fucker ever comes out.
Probably.
It looks so good. The more I see about it, the more I want to play it. It looks gorgeous. It's right up my alley as far as, you know, like theme and fucking mechanics. Like a story heavy RPG cyberpunk world, like checks literally all of my boxes of interest.
Did you ever play Deus Ex?
Never gonna get to play it.
Did you ever play Deus Ex?
I have not.
I didn't like Deus Ex 1. Deus Ex 2, though, is really fucking good. And I was not I was one of those people didn't give two shits about Cyberpunk. And I'm actually going. I'll get Cyberpunk now that I've played Deus Ex.
It's a weird genre. Like on its face, it doesn't seem like it'd be that all intriguing. But it's so fucking fascinating. Like when you just explain it, it's a, you know, a futuristic gritty world. Like why the fuck would I want to see that? And then you see how it actually plays out, and it's so fucking engaging, isn't it? Like weird fucking like future corporations and over fucking tyrannical governments and, you know, human cyborgs and, you know, body mods and all the weird fucking themes and colors and
Brian has
designs.
Some really weird hobbies.
I love it. I have two fucking hobbies at the moment: video games and this shit.
I believe D&D is not a video game, my friend.
And I play that
Could
once. I play it online. It is a goddamn video game.
fucking the new Baldur's Gate's supposed to be releasing soon as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
subclasses. Those for the early access. Still upset. They
Well,
don't have one for me.
that looks pretty good, to be honest.
Missing my class, fool.
Fuck your class.
Fuck you. Like my class is straight up missing. What the shiz?
I didn't realize they're releasing any. Well, I haven't really looked for any information.
So for the thief subclass, they have thief, and they have arcane trickster.
So officially, early access is September 30th, and get this. First access content goes to Google Stadia.
What?
That's I bet you they bought that a while ago.
They must have paid fucking bank for that shit.
They screwed that one.
No, I don't mean it'll come to other platforms, but it will come first to Stadia.
What's the time limit?
Don't fucking know what, but it will.
They screwed the pooch. They fucked it.
I mean, it's an early access. I can't imagine it'll be too long.
My guy. There are some games that are still in early access that have been out for years.
Their system requirements for this are kinda crazy.
I'll be very surprised if I meet the requirements.
No, I still meet them.
Then, yeah, I already made them.
Yeah. Minimum is an i5 4600, 4690. So, you
Fair
know,
enough.
a couple generations old, 8 gigs of RAM. A GTX 780 or an AMD 280X, which is, oh god, I can't fucking remember my conversions, like a 1050 or like a 570. A bit lower than a 570, so I mean minimum's basically what you expect. Recommended is a 1060, really? It's interesting. 16 fucking gigabytes of RAM though. That's a lot for fucking RPG.
I got 32, so
So do I.
that'll be fun.
I got plenty of RAM. I don't do anything that uses all of it, but I have plenty of the fucker.
Well, 16, you run into your limitations occasionally. 32, you never run into them.
I've never run into anything that hit my fucking RAM
Fucking
limit.
Battlefield, the newest Battlefield one did it to me.
I've hit stuff that buffered up against my VRAM on my graphics card, but my actual RAM sticks, I've not even come close to fucking getting near that limit. I don't play a lot of like RAM heavy games though, so the closest I got was Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, whatever the fuck the newer one is in that franchise.
Shadow of War.
That game alone ate like 7 gigs of my RAM, but that was it. And this is, with OBS taking another 2 or 3, and then Windows taking a couple. I still had like a gig or 2 left, and then I upgraded, so it wasn't a huge deal in the first place. But that's the only time
What if?
something even came close to fucking taxing my shit. At least as far as RAM go. I mean, it taxes the shit out of my CPU, which is not great. It's an i5, so them 4 cores can only do so much. And my graphics card is definitely on the more older side. I mean, it'll still play this game. It'll still play Baldur's Gate, but
Baldur's.
it's not gonna.
No, Boulders. You heard him. He's made his choice.
I have, but it doesn't do most proper fucking AAA games very well anymore.
Well, I'll give you that. You definitely got boulders if you're gonna call it that.
I will. Goddamn thing you can do to stop me.
Our one viewer just left. Goodbye. That was fun.
Yep.
We did it, guys. We made it.
But from the stuff they released for Baldur's Gate, looks fantastic.
Baldur's?
Yeah, no, Boulders. He's made his choice.
Yeah, I stand by. I told you, I stand by this goddamn decision just because I know it pisses you the fuck off.
Yeah. And you realize, like, if we ever got big and someone went and rewatched this, we would immediately. We're losing future subscribers.
I know, because they would laugh at you taking too fucking serious a pronunciation of a single fucking game name.
It's because you can't pronounce shit ever. What's a lich, Brian? A lynch?
Yes.
No.
A linchpin?
Yeah, leech.
No, they are not a linchpin.
A linchpin?
You fool.
Becky Lynch?
It do be like that sometimes.
Et tu, Brute?
Oh.
Out of the all the subclasses, do they at least have like a majority of them?
No.
No. Not
Nope.
too bad.
They've got 2 of each.
The early access, it was not a lot. Like 6.
2 of each specifically because they've got more than 6. They've got every main class. And 2 from every main class. Oh, they do not have Bloodhunter because that's not a legitimate class.
Not
No.
yet, at least.
No, it's approved by
Not
Wizards.
yet, at least.
Not a legitimate class.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
What the fuck am I talking about? Ask me, someone who plays Bloodhunter. Bloodhunter's not a legitimate class, fool.
It might as well be a legitimate class, okay? But yeah, it's not. Which is a shame.
Trust me, I would love for the Mercer classes to be legitimate.
I'm kind of
Artificer just became legitimate.
I'm
Is that not one of his classes?
I'm very surprised they didn't.
Artificer's not a legitimate class either.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
a Mercer modification. No, they're considered legitimate because they're qualified, but they're
Pretty
not.
sure
enforced.
Artificer was quite literally just became legitimate.
Artificer was printed, dude.
When
Yeah.
did it get printed?
It's like 2 books ago. They just released a book, but like the last book before that, it's legitimate now. It's not a custom class anymore.
I guarantee you, Artificer's not going to be in there.
Probably not. I mean, that is a relatively new thing.
I mean, they're probably going off of the base classes that they've always had.
Yeah, but Artificer was in.
Artificer, I know Artificer was a base class. Trust me, I know.
No,
I've played quite a few 3.5s.
I'm telling you, it's in 5e. They added it in Urberon or some shit.
Eberron,
Yeah,
yeah, Wayfarers.
it got added into. I'm kind of surprised actually, because with the going back to the Blood Hunter, they made a fucking Matthew Mercer expansion.
They did.
Adventures of Waldemar. Why did they not throw that in there? I don't fucking know. You can't tell me that doesn't fit in fucking D&D. Like, come on.
Witchers don't fit in D&D. What the fuck?
It's not a Witcher. It's a Blood Hunter.
They are a witch hunter. They are. They that class has been renamed 5 fucking times. It was originally the witch hunter
And that's sort
that
of.
Mercer worked on specifically with what's his nut? Oh
Not
fuck!
sure
What
if I
is his
know.
name? Hang on.
Also, Goliath received the most magical buff ever in the latest book. I'd say, yeah, Goliath. Fucking, they now have frost resistance. Okay.
Nice. One cat.
What's up?
I'm mumbling to myself.
How dare you?
Look out, cat! Jesus, get off my fucking
Get away,
shit!
kitty! Get away!
Get away, Kenny! Oh, Christ! Turkey pot pie. God. Vin Diesel. Sorry.
Okay, what?
Fucking Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel was the one who had worked with Matthew Mercer on The Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter became the Blood Hunter
Vin Diesel?
when he worked with Taliesin Jaffe on it. Yes! As a matter of fact, there's a video somewhere floating around on the internet. And the movie first came out, they did basically a one-shot with Vin Diesel. And Vin Diesel was playing a witch hunter.
Huh.
As a matter of fact, I have a PDF somewhere of it.
That's why they didn't make it legitimate yet, because he wants to update it more. I don't know.
It's one of the. Well, Mercer released a full fucking. Like your full revision to Blood Hunter recently. Like as a.
Man, might not be happy with it.
Completely revised.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, I wonder why that didn't make it in, but stuff like, Duromancer.
Here, I found it. I found the damn PDF for it.
Maybe it's
It
just,
is literally the old Blood Hunter.
maybe it's just a Wizards thing. Maybe they don't want to release a new class through a secondhand work. They're just,
Then why did they give it the Artificer, my guy?
I mean, because Oberon was a first-hand work. Wildemount wouldn't be. So I was wondering, maybe that's because, Chronomancer and the fucking Echo Knight,
Dunamancer.
they're subclasses, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I can't talk tonight. I wonder if it's a Wizards of the Coast call, because Blood Hunter seems about as fucking polished and well-rounded as anything else Wizards has released recently. Hell, fucking, they released Artificer. You can't tell me Bloodhunter is more unbalanced than that bullshit.
Well, not only did they release Artificer, did you see they released the version that has the power armor?
Yup.
The broken AC fucking 27 power armor.
Yup, that's a thing you can do now. Officially do now.
I need to do this apparently.
Side note, Bladesinger is nasty. They are a nasty subclass for a wizard. Are they not, Brian? Brian?
He died.
You
Yeah.
hear what I said? Fool?
Yeah.
They are nasty.
A little bit. I haven't actually
Fucking-
read through it a whole lot.
They have some sick tricks up their sleeve. They're your melee wizard, and they are way better than an Eldritch Knight.
What's this class?
Blade Singer.
Blade Singer?
Mhm.
Wait, we need to fucking... Is it subclass for wizard? Or is it
Yep.
just... Oh, okay.
Subclass for
Could-
wizard.
Because I just did a one-shot where essentially I played melee warlock. And
So you
So-
played a Hexblade.
I played Hexblade, but my DM allowed me to do a little spin. Instead of having Eldritch Blast be a range skill, I had it be a Eldritch Punch. And I did the one where it allows me to push people back 10 feet. So the entire time I was just trying to punch people in the walls.
Dick.
I'd love that. That sounds fantastic.
It worked out really well one time where I punched a boulder 10 feet onto an enemy.
You fucking Chris Redfield from Resident Evil now.
Essentially.
He's
Just
one
punch it.
sick fucker.
Just punching boulders.
Yeah.
And he's one sick fucker. Punching boulders onto people. What a dick.
It works.
I swear to God.
Hey man, I was thinking
She's so fucking needy.
Oh shit.
you're not tired, are you?
Top. Yeah, I'm exhausted, dude.
How dare you?
Fuck you.
Then
Um,
there-
What do you do all day?
I woke up at fucking 5:30 in the morning. I look after kids that aren't mine again. Still sick. Fucking miserable.
Kids that aren't mime.
Screaming fucking nightmares. Then I was working
Just
about
be a dick and they'll shut up.
like 3 hours of overtime this morning. So that was a fun thing to juggle. And then I came back to watch those kids again for several more fucking hours.
How old are they?
And then more fucking time doing like the yard work and cleaning the garage and shit my wife has been nagging me to do for basically forever.
Asses off the question.
Yeah, how old are these kids?
One is 8 months, the other one is a year and a half.
Oh, wait. Why are you watching these kids?
They were my sister-in-laws, and they got taken away by the state, so they moved to the grandparents. And the grandmother is a nurse, and the grandfather refuses to watch children because he's a prick for a lot of not to be that rude, but he doesn't do well with children. And they've known about this for several years, so he doesn't watch them. So my wife is supposed to watch them, and then by fact that I live in the same fucking house as her, I get to watch them. So fun.
Just be like their grandfather. And
Yeah.
not.
Just do
It
that.
worked out real well for him.
Dude knows what's going on. Dude
No.
has a plan.
No shit, right? Like I wish I was that fucking callous as he is around kids. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic dude in almost
Fuck it.
every other aspect. Like, he's one of the, I don't want to say kind-hearted because he's a bit callous, but he's one of the most helpful and like most thoughtful guys I know. Like,
Fuck it.
he's fantastic. He can't handle kids.
I
At
feel
all.
that.
At
I
fucking.
refuse to even be associated or do anything with like a child that's like below 3 years old.
And he's the same way. Like, legitimately, he just absolutely refuses to touch them. He figured out a long time ago he doesn't like it. They don't like him. He's just not going to fucking do it. And his wife, my mother-in-law, was like, okay, fine, you don't have to fucking do it. So it gets left to her to do it all by herself. And of course, my fucking wife, being close with her mother, means she gets to watch them. And again, by nature of I live in the house and I'm not a fucking callous monster towards children, I get to help watch them. And it's
Then take cues after your wife and be a callous monster.
I can't.
But you can't.
I can't though.
Damn.
You can hit the kid.
Yeah, just hit them.
I can't.
Sucker punch him like
And I mean,
Tyson. Tyson.
I complain a lot, but I like the kids. I don't want fucking just because their fucking parents are fucking druggies that had them taken away. I don't want them to fucking have to deal with that shit.
You like babies. These kids are not old enough to actually have a real personality.
Yes,
These kids are like just every other kid ever.
Well, I mean, the girl is old enough to where you start to see some basics of a personality forming. About a year and a half, you can start to see some tendencies that they have. But the little one, yeah, he's just a fucking baby. He's like every other goddamn baby in the world. And I hate it. him in fucking particular, I can't fucking stand it. It's so fucking aggravating. At least with the toddler, like, you can figure shit out. You can give them fucking food and they'll shut the fuck up. With the baby, like, they don't stop.
You find out for me.
Like, the fucking toddler will literally
Figure out what the fuck I want.
She will literally bring me her cup if she's thirsty or something. Like, this narrows down the field of possibilities as to why she's fucking crying. That doesn't happen with the fucking little one. And it's so fucking aggravating to deal with both of them at the same goddamn time as my own goddamn children and other fucking shit in the world.
Just have your kids be like, here's a life lesson. Take care of the baby, and then walk out.
I barely managed to get through with my kids because I'm not great with fucking kids. Like, I'm not horrible.
No, he's really not.
I'm okay. I am passable. I am enough to, or I can be left alone with a child and they probably won't die, but I'm not good with them.
Probably.
I'm not what I would consider a great fucking parent when it comes to them being that young. I am okay. Again, passable, nothing exemplary. My wife is fantastic with them, but that's beside the point. And these are kids that aren't fucking mine. It's just so goddamn aggravating once in a while. And then their fucking mom or their grandmother is a nurse at a place that fucking does surgeries, and they schedule them anywhere from like 6 in the morning to like 6 o'clock at night. So there have been days where those fucking kids have been at my house for 12 fucking hours.
But you like children. You love children.
I will.
You said it yourself.
Should I be concerned how much you love children?
You should be.
What'd you say?
Should I be concerned of how much you love children?
I don't like children. That's the thing.
He loves children.
And particularly not at this young. Like I love my kids.
Oh no shit.
I don't like most other kids. Again, particularly at this age where they can't tell me what the fuck they want. Like I can understand if they want to play, if they want food or sleep or whatever. Just I can't fucking read your goddamn mind. And just start crying for no goddamn reason because I don't know fucking words. It's God, I hate kids.
Do you?
I do.
You really?
If you're not my child, I can't fucking stand you. I have to watch 2 of them every week.
So, what we need to do, I think we found Brian's new job.
Yeah,
Brian,
I will
be a caretaker. Have you ever heard of Daddy Daycare? We're gonna make it. We're gonna knock it up a notch. We're gonna give you a clown outfit. Yeah. We got you.
I hate you.
You love it. You love the abuse to the point where it's weird.
Yeah. It's definitely weird.
I'd spank you if I didn't think you'd like it.
What?
Exactly. It's my reaction.
Okay. Should we go back to video games and not my fucking personal life and why it's miserable?
Go ahead.
Dude sounds depressed as all fucking hell.
Yeah.
You have no idea how fucking draining this is. Well, I'm sure you do actually.
Have you tried Coke?
Because Aaron, I mean, you've handled fucking kids that aren't yours. Like, there's times where at the end of your day, it's like, just shut the fuck up. Do I not
Just
get? Do I not get a fucking recharge?
Sleep.
I,
Go the fuck to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now, Grandma.
again, and these aren't these
Here,
kids that
try
are
this liquor flavored candy real quick.
again
Well,
these are kids that aren't mine, so I don't have like that fucking natural parental instinct. I'm watching you fuckers because my wife gets paid for this shit. Just shut the hell up.
But are you getting paid for this shit?
We're married. Her money's my money. Like it's a full fucking.
melatonin. Let's get that right. Her money is her money, and your money is her money, and you don't get a choice.
He has a
Am I
point.
wrong?
I
No.
guess that's a no. What the fuck?
Yeah, he knows I'm right on this one. He's like, fuck. He may be an asshole, but he's right. He was married before. He knows. He knows the struggle. Shit.
Yeah.
You do be like that sometimes.
Oh my god. Talk about video games. PC
I
games.
mean, fine if you want to.
Fuck you.
So, we should all do Then We Fight. We should. Ryan just
I don't-
refuses, though.
I don't know what you mean.
This is an old school RuneScape video thing. Tanzo Virtuoso did it, and then fucking Lincoln.
Link, Sakurena, and Rarg.
Yeah, they're challenges. You have a certain fucking limitation, and then at the end of that limitation, you two fight.
Oh, is this the person who's like, you can only walk north, or you Karanja only, shit like that, and
Yeah.
then two people fight? I've seen a video too.
It's too much of a bit to do it.
Aaron wants to do one. No, because I don't have a lot of
Sounds
free
just
time
like
to do
Aaron's
one.
just gonna win.
Yeah,
Dude, every Thursday after we get done playing D&D, we're still up talking for like 4 hours. Guess what we could be doing in that 4 hours?
see, I want to play games I actually want to play though.
That you want to play RuneScape.
No,
you don't see it now.
No, that's
Deep
what
down.
that's what it breaks down to. I want to fucking play games that I enjoy. I don't enjoy RuneScape. that's just the
Motherfucker
fucking.
loves RuneScape. He's just refusing to say it.
That-
He refuses to admit it.
No, that's the core of it. I get nothing out of RuneScape
Like,
at
here's
the
the
moment.
kicker of it.
As of right
Here's
now,
the
you're
kicker
gonna
of
see RuneScape.
When I fucking quit RuneScape, when I finally quit again, this motherfucker's gonna start back up. Because that's what always happens.
Potentially.
It's not a joke. Every fucking time I quit RuneScape, his ass starts back up.
Like
It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
there's a non-zero chance that I go back to RuneScape. Probably a better than average chance I go back to RuneScape. It's not anytime soon. Just no part of that interests me. No part of it excites me. And the parts that you're talking about, just grinding fucking stats into a one single fight at the end, is the worst parts of RuneScape to me. The grinding is obnoxious and the PvP is worse. Like, if you put a fucking map of all the things you can do in RuneScape, these would be in the fucking depths of hell for me. Like, mindless grinding in PvP. No. Just fucking no.
I mean mindless grinding. Most of it is trying to figure out what the fuck you can get. Unless you're just gonna be the fucking jackass to mindlessly grind mining until you can make some armor.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
How dare you?
This fucker.
Bro, is my fucking roommate making cinnamon rolls? What the fuck?
Dude, cinnamon rolls sound fucking legit right now.
Eh, some of those sound a little too sweet right now. Some fucking Oreos with some milk right now doesn't sound bad though. No,
Where's the
that's a
milk?
pizza I'm smelling.
That's pizza you're smelling. How the fuck are you smell? Smells like cinnamon rolls. Fucking what
Baked
pizza
bread.
smells like goddamn
Well,
cinnamon
it's like
rolls?
well, I couldn't smell like the actual pizza. I could smell like bread baking, so I couldn't smell if it was the like a pizza or a cinnamon roll.
Like, to be fucking fair, you gotta give me credit here. Pizza doesn't normally smell like fucking cinnamon rolls.
No, with the first second you're like, oh, what the fuck is the oven's on?
Then why did your fucking brain go to the first fucking thing being cinnamon rolls?
Because it smelled like baked bread. And I was like, it's only one of two things, and it was a lost 50-50. I would I mean I'd fucking make cinnamon rolls right now.
I mean, to be fair, we'd all make cinnamon rolls, my guy. Cinnamon rolls are fucking delicious.
It's pretty good.
Now I get to start the process of alking 500 fucking goddamn gold bracelets.
Just don't do that.
It's something to do. Need to replenish my monies.
No, you don't.
See, my problem is I can never seem to break my cushion that I have.
What do you mean? Like your money cushion?
Mm-hmm. So on my Iron Man, I have a cushion of 1 mil. That's not that much, but on an Iron Man, 1 mil is a decent amount. You know,
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to go fucking get more. Like I'm trying to. I try, and then I get distracted, and then I go buy something, and it fucking throws me off, and then I don't have the cash anymore. I need
How
to
dare
just
you.
fucking buckle down and grind out like 4 or 5 mil. Probably in the desert.
Or
Do
so
fucking
this,
agility pyramid.
not the desert.
I don't normally do the desert, but the desert is probably one of the best places
If you a bitch.
because I have to get 70 fucking agility.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Whatever you need to do, we don't need to do it.
Nah, I made a deal with myself. I'm doing it.
Wait, so. What are
It'll
you gonna do?
happen. Well, right now, the current goal is to max out this fucking Iron Man.
Sounds like you're far away, for a long time from that.
So I've set smaller goals. Current goal is get fucking Quest Cape.
What the fuck?
I don't know. What the fuck?
What?
What was that?
What was what?
Like a loud bang.
Oh.
Oh, it was him hitting his wife finally.
No,
If only.
it's probably me closing the dryer lid. Oh.
Okay, video games. Topics. Last of Us Part 2 is selling like fucking bananas. So,
Nigga, what'd you say? That's
Yeah.
this part 2 sounds like bananas?
it's selling like bananas.
Oh, sound like bananas. Okay.
As far, I mean, you have to get fucking a bit specific with the criteria. But a PlayStation 4 exclusive game sold within the United States, it is the third bestseller behind God of War and the Spider-Man game from last year, year before.
Here before.
I forget which, but yeah, the games that have been out for quite a bit longer, and it's selling a lot. So, good for them. I mean, maybe not, because there's all those stories of Naughty Dog working their fucking customers to death. So, or their developers to death. So maybe not good for that. I don't know how to feel about that one. The game's selling like crazy. So take that for what you will.
How dare they?
EA's being sued over FIFA.
Finally.
Again, I feel like this has happened before.
As
But there's in the UK, because there's very strict laws about what you have to label and define if you have gambling inside of your product. They're suing because FIFA very fucking clearly has gambling inside of their games.
yeah.
It's some surprise mechanics, loot boxes, or it's the Ultimate Team. It's a fucking card pack thing in FIFA. That's very clearly gambling, at least by every fucking definition that I know of.
No, they're surprise mechanic.
I think what they try to get by that's a cosmetic thing, or it's a digital thing, so it's not gambling, or the idea that there's no actual money exchange because you're using FIFA points, you're not using money. It's just that one fucking step away. There's a degree of separation between you buying the FIFA points and then buying the fucking loot boxes.
Mhm.
So hopefully someone fucking bitch slaps him for this shit. Like,
It won't happen.
And this fucking thing just doesn't disappear because that family gets drowned in the weight of all this bullshit. Because, I mean, a giant corporation like EA, they've got plenty of money to fucking make a lawsuit drag on forever.
And they will.
Absolutely.
They could force EA to pay like a super large sum or ban their games, and I guarantee EA will be forced to pay up that sum because I guarantee you a majority of FIFA sales are in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a lawsuit brought in the UK, and with the whole Brexit thing still not being entirely finalized, like that decision could carry over to the rest of Europe. It could be a very fucking bad situation if a European fucking court found out that there's gambling in your fucking game.
Yep.
And then good. Fuck EA.
We've all said that many a time. Fuck EA.
Such a controversial topic.
I know we're brave men for saying it. A few would stand up to this tyranny.
We put our families at risk by saying such outlandish claims.
Fuck Blizzard.
Yeah.
Equally, yeah.
Activision Blizzard, that multi-billion-dollar fucking independent studio. How will they ever survive in their massive piles of money paying their CEO Bobby Kotick like $30 fucking million a year?
Especially with us going fuck you guys all the time.
How will they survive with such defamatory terms as all of their shit? Fostering this massive culture of crunch and fucking worker abuse, and history, fucking years of allegations of sexual assault. How will they survive us saying fuck them?
Exactly. I'm curious what the rebuttal will be.
For them being absolute indespicable cunts. I expect a strongly stern cease and desist letter in my inbox, which I will proudly ignore because I have a First Amendment right to say fuck you. At least right now.
Who knows in a few months? Oh, shit. Other shit we can knock off quickly. Switch is now sold more than the original Nintendo system.
I guess that's not surprising.
It's
I mean,
actually
there's more
surprising.
gamers. There's more gamers in the world.
So I was. That's what I'm thinking with Moon. I was surprised reading it initially because the Switch has only been around for a few years and the fucking NES was sold for like a decade. But then you start to think about it, like there's a lot more people playing video games these days though, and it being portable means it's grabbing the console and a lot of like the handheld market as well. So I think it makes more sense the more I thought about it.
I guess. I mean, also you got the children of gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's a lot of what the N64 cells were for. It was just for people's children.
Your mom's a children. Jesus.
That's a good one.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim might be getting another game.
Who gives a fuck?
The first
Scott
game was
Grimm
very
can go
weird.
fuck himself.
It was just a 2D side scroller thing.
Yeah, it was a retro side scroll beat 'em up. It was fantastic. So if I could just have a sequel to that, or even just have that again, I think I'd be fine with it. But because I mean I watched the movie just recently, and I've read not recently, but I read the graphic novels again like a year ago. Still fucking both of it still hold up. It's fantastic. Everything about
I watched Inception for the first time like last week.
Good movie.
I haven't seen Inception. Is it any good?
It's a good like 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's worth a watch. You ain't gonna be mad that you watched it. Just
I
the
mean,
end
you
is
ain't gonna be
like,
mad.
eh.
You just may not watch it a second time.
yeah. It's a good first watch.
To be fair, it takes an obscene level of entertainment for me to want to watch something a second time. I watch so little shit repeatedly. Like I just don't have the time.
Anime, some movies, Harry Potter's are always good.
Yeah, it's one of the, you
Those Pirates of the Caribbean movies, those are always good.
it needs to be either exceptional or something I can just mindlessly throw on in the background. Like Jackass, I've seen a dozen times. I mean,
Dragon Ball Z.
It's funny, but it's shit I can throw in the background and not worry about it. But actual movies, I don't watch a whole lot.
Actually, if you watch Jackass a lot, you should watch the old Wild Boys stuff.
I've
I
seen.
can't stand the old Wild Boy stuff.
I loved Wild Boys. That was
Wild Boys was good.
I couldn't stand the
It
old stuff.
wasn't much different than Jackass. Why can't you stand it?
I'm not a fan of Steve-O.
Steve was the best fucking part. Are you kidding me? I love Steve-O. And it fucking recently, the dude is basically a goddamn saint. Like, if you talk about people who turn their fucking shit around, he's your fucking prime example. That dude is amazing.
Is he?
Yes.
Really?
So was Knoxville, actually. If you listen to fucking Knoxville talk recently, like, he's the most humble fucking dude in the world.
Knoxville's always been relatively humble. He's a jackass.
He's also been super successful even before Jackass was ever a thing.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, he had potential to make it in other things, but he chose the world of physical comedy, and I'm really fucking glad that he did.
Yeah. It supposedly it wasn't confirmed that there's a last one that's being made right now or something. I can't remember.
If there is another Jackass movie, I will fucking throw all of the money in the world at it.
Oh really?
Let me check. I want to see if there's a.
Because I know all the guys wanted to do it, and it literally came down to just Knoxville not wanting to do it.
I highly doubt they do another one since Dunn's dead.
They did one without Dunn already.
Yeah. 3 was done after Dunn.
3 was done while Dunn was still freaking partially alive, fool.
No, pretty sure at the end it's like rest in peace Dunn and all that.
Yeah, but he was there. He's in shots of it because the fact that it was being made before he died.
Yeah, they fucking confirmed a 4th Jackass movie.
For the love of God.
They are pegging it for July of 2021.
That's a lot sooner than I thought it'd be.
Can they just stop?
I mean, stop, it's been like years.
Filming got pushed back for the COVID thing, so
No shit. Everywhere they want to go is fucking probably closed.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since the fucking third movie. I mean, idiots, stop.
No, they don't, because it basically all their shit is fantastic. Have you seen Knoxville's other projects since then?
Which one?
Fuck, what was it?
Bad Grandpa?
Bad Grandpa. That was hilarious. I loved it. My wife didn't
I
so
didn't
much,
really watch it.
but it was great. I saw that one in fucking theaters, and then recently I watched Action Point. That was surprisingly enjoyable. Like,
So that's another one I didn't watch.
Let's be real. Knoxville's best fucking role ever was when he played the fucking alien in goddamn Men in Black.
he did do that. He was a bit character in one of the Rock's movies too. I can't remember which one though.
It was fuck, man. Of course, I'm actually going to blank. Keep talking. I'm going to look up one of his movies I know he's been. The Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah? Yeah?
He was in Dukes of Hazzard. That's right.
God, I haven't seen that movie in so fucking long.
Why the shit did I do that?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
Because you're shit at video games. You're bad and you should feel bad. Other topics. Apple and Epic are in some legal bullshit. Did you hear about that?
I've heard about it. I haven't looked into it.
So, what happened is Epic, inside of Fortnite, they relaunched a new supported way that you could pay for your purchases. On mobile platforms, particularly iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. If you do any sort of microtransaction purchase, all of it has to be filtered through the store owner, through Google and Apple, for safety and legal concerns as far as tracing the route of money or whatnot, or at least that's what they claim. What Epic did in the latest updates to Fortnite have published an own pay method, so where you can bypass Apple, you can bypass Google, and you just pay Epic directly for your purchases. This violates both of their terms, and then got pulled immediately from both stores. And within an hour, Epic had filed a 50-page lawsuit against Apple for fucking restrictive monopoly or some other fucking bullshit, unfair business practices. So Apple, in response to this, not only pulled Fortnite, has threatened legal Armageddon, as someone quoted it. What they've done is they have threatened to pull the license to every single Epic game Unreal Engine thing on the Apple App Store. Everything that runs Unreal could get pulled from the App Store if Epic doesn't start playing ball.
I fucking love it, and I hope Apple wins.
That's hilarious. It's one of those things where, as it stands from a standard contract law, terms of service case, Epic doesn't have a leg to stand on. In order to get published on these platforms, you agree to their services, and part of that is using their paying method. You don't have a leg to stand on. The one shot that they could potentially stand is you could argue, at least with Apple, that there's a monopoly issue. Because with an Android, with a Google phone, you can sideload. You can load your own fucking app store or get the app directly from the fucking company. You could technically do that. You can't do that with an Apple without, jailbreaking. Without some unintended other sort of method. So your only way to officially get apps on an iPhone is through Apple. So the only chance you can make an argument is that Apple has a monopoly and that they should allow them to fucking publish their own store or payer method as they've tried to do. That's still a pretty weak fucking argument.
Yeah, it's also their iOS that they created for their phones.
Exactly. Epic can make your own fucking phone. I mean, and if you look at it only as the Apple fucking atmosphere where they have a monopoly, in most places are gonna say, but you can't look at just iPhones. You look at all phones, and 80% of phones are Android, and you can fucking do that shit in Android. I mean, Google might not like it; they might pull you from the Play Store, but you can still fucking publish your own fucking store or get them people to download your app directly. That's still a thing you can do on Android, and that's why I think Epic has no fucking case here. I'm curious as to why they thought that they would have a case.
No, Epic, it makes sense. Yeah, Epic has money that they love to throw around and play big dog with.
True.
The issue is they chose a fucking tower when there's still a 3-story building.
They picked a weird fucking place to pick a fight, and you're right. Fortnite prints money, and this is a case of there is a Jim Sterling quote. It's not about having money; it's about all of the money, and they want all of the cut for the fucking Fortnite stuff for any of their projects. So that's what this is about: is eventually getting to that point. And if they, throw a few $1 million at a lawsuit, if they win, they could potentially get a lot more back on the other side.
Yeah.
I think the odds of
win.
That's what I'm thinking. Their odds of them winning, at least from my not a lawyer understanding of it, is very fucking slim. Because you're not winning on just a fucking terms of service or contract law point. You're not. Your only option is to maybe argue a monopoly, and Apple doesn't have a monopoly. They don't. They control iPhones, but Samsung controls all fucking Galaxy phones. That's not a monopoly. Make your own goddamn phone.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. And the byproduct of threatening to pull any fucking app that uses Unreal Engine is just hilarious to me.
I hope it happens.
Because, that's a good way to get fucking Epic to fucking give up. When you piss off all of their other partners because of your bullshit. Who the fuck would want to keep working with Epic over, something like Unity when Unity isn't picking fights with Apple?
Unity knows better.
Unity isn't getting your fucking games pulled for no fucking reason. Epic is. Like, this could... that's a brilliant fucking move on Apple's part. Absolutely, like, 4D chess fucking strat there.
Yeah, either do what we say or we fuck every single person who uses your product.
Every single one of people pay good fucking money
They're
for
holding them all hostage.
If they pay good fucking money for a license to your engine, maybe they don't get that anymore. Maybe they grab Source, or they grab Unity, or some other fucking license, or CryEngine. That's just sitting out there not doing anything.
Or if you're really ballsy, Frostbite.
Maybe not that far, but...
Wow. Bold move there, Cotton.
Yeah. Think of this. You'd have a monopoly on the mobile Frostbite game corner. Because I guarantee you there's like one or two.
Does EA license Frostbite though?
They have to, right?
They don't. A lot of the game engines aren't licensed. It's only like these really popular fucking open massive fucking system tools that we hear about, like Unreal and Unity. Most games don't have their stuff licensed though. I don't know if EA licenses Frostbite or not.
Hey, get on it now.
I'm gonna Google that because I'm kind of interested. No. In theory, you could technically do it, but the answer is no. Legally, it is of the property of DICE. So DICE could license it to someone if they felt like they wanted to. The thing is DICE is owned by EA and would shut that shit down in a heartbeat.
Possibly.
So EA at the moment has shown no interest in it, and obviously DICE hasn't pursued that yet for various reasons, probably because their engine's a piece of shit and takes a a goddamn.
When's Dragon Age 4 supposed to be released again?
Has that even had a release date yet?
I mean, it's announced, wasn't it?
It was announced. It is a thing. The current from an EA investors call, the current plan was looking at sometime a fiscal year of 2022.
Yeah.
So I mean, fiscal year start in October. So it was October of 2021 to October of 2022 somewhere. So not for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking PC games. Is what website you're on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking look down at the tweet. Like, yeah, they're working on it. Yeah, they're working from home. Yeah, fucking working from home is hard. We're making progress.
I mean, it's accurate.
Yeah.
It must fucking suck to try to do fucking these game dev projects from home. So, you know.
I mean, to a certain extent, I mean, like a lot of the stuff is mostly hands off. You do your part, hand it to the next person. That can't be all that different than just being next to them.
Yeah, but there's a certain like delay. I mean, if they have like a server system they have to VPN into, that will slow you down. And not having like the guy literally right next to you to hand your shit to, or to give him a pat on the back, say, "Hey, are you done with your shit yet?" Like, you do lose just a bit of productivity of just not being there in person. I mean, it varies how much depending on your job. Like my job, I mean, I'm slower just by the fact that I have to fucking connect to a system. I have to VPN for security purposes. Even if everything else after that point is done through my end, I still have a second or two of lag between all of my shit now. And that can add up if you're talking massive gigabyte fucking texture files that you have to upload, approve, and modify constantly. And much less, all of the other shit that would be involved in that. And of course, everything's got to be fucking secure. And how far away these people are from, like, the EA servers could really drastically affect your fucking VPN ping. Like, there's...
Oh, yeah, let's say I have trash fucking VPNs. I'm like 30 miles from my work. I don't have an issue.
I have about a second of delay, and
I say 30 miles. I'm probably like 20.
I'd have to Google how far I am.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I am 15 miles from, a bit, like 16 miles from my home to my office, and it's still, I have about a second of delay running through the VPN service we have. My desk is a fucking clusterfuck. Do you should see it?
Yeah, I'm 29.5 miles away. And I mean, yeah, there's some lag, but
And
I wouldn't consider it to be like, it's not debilitating.
No, it's not, but it adds up over the course of it, If you're in fucking crunch mode, a 12-hour day or some shit, it adds up, and you don't have that nearly as easy fucking handoff if someone else has to finish your work, or take a look at it or something. Like in a case of like some sort of joint project, you could just let them fucking take the computer for a while, versus you having to upload it to some server and then them re-downloading it, or you having to work entirely in the cloud and having to deal with lag one way or the other through that shit. Like,
they might be using some things a little easier. I know in my work, we use Discord, and quite literally we have some people, technicians, that were like, "Hey, boss, I want you to see something," and they literally just share their screens through Discord.
I wish we would use Discord. We don't. They use the fuck is it?
Zoom.
Cisco Jabber is the software we use.
Huh.
It's not great. I would much prefer. I mean, I work for the hospital, so there's certain like encryption fucking security requirements, so we can't just use a Discord as much as I would love to, but. So tempting.
Just don't share your password.
We can't even use Zoom. That's just not allowed at our fucking place.
We use Zoom for our meetings, but for everything else, it's using closed circuit Exodus.
Yeah, like it. Shit needs to be a certain level of security, and it just don't have that. Shit. Are there any other interesting topics? Xbox Game Pass is coming to Android.
The what?
Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
It has a Android beta.
I've used that on 2 occasions. The last one is I have friends who wanted to play Sea of Thieves, and I was like, I'm not buying that. But for $1, I'll have it for a month.
It's how I played Outer Worlds actually, because it's on Game Pass. And yeah, you're right. I think my trial was like $5 for 2 months or some shit. I was like, yes. Why would I not do that? But it's
Darksiders Genesis was just added. That's something I might be interested in.
I haven't fucking begin to look where that shit is.
Wait, it's coming to mobile? How the fuck are you gonna run it on mobile?
The same way like GeForce Now works or Stadia works. It's cloud based.
Yeah.
So there'll be more of these cloud services as shit goes on. Though I think you need to get the Ultimate Pass to get the mobile integration, so it's like $15 a month. Though again, like Moon's saying, first month is $1.
If you just go to their website, they'll essentially like, hey, we really want you to try this. Do it for $1. I just pay by $1. But even if your trial ends, if you go to the same website, you can still get it for $1 again. Because I've already done the trial. Like that very first month I played through all the Gears games. I've said that in the past podcast. But since then my shit's ran out, and then I got it again for $1.
Nice.
I mean, and the Ultimate Game Pass gives you fucking Xbox Live Gold, so
If
Yeah,
you're going to get
if
the
you're-
Game Pass, just get the normal one. The Ultimate Game Pass gives you like quite literally 3 extra things.
yeah, but
It's not worth it.
again, one of those extra things is gold membership, so you're basically balancing out. If you buy Xbox Live Gold already, Ultimate, is just replacing that. You're not spending that much more than a regular.
Yeah, from PC gaming though.
Yeah, if you're a PC, just get the regular one.
Yeah,
If that's all
it was-
that's all you care about, then get the regular.
yeah.
I mean, at the moment, that's on sale. Even $5 a month. Yes, worth it. Even if you only play one fucking game on it, something like an Outer Worlds worth fucking $5.
Yeah, the Gears of War. Did I play Judgment? I don't think I played. I don't think they have Judgment, but like all the newest ones, I played, and they were decent. They were good.
Like, yeah, they have Gears of War. They've got Halo in it. They've got Minecraft and Sea of Thieves.
Did I bring up that I played through Halo 2 and 3 in past podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. So good. Fun.
Like they've got the new fucking Yakuza game in there. Like, just on PC alone, they've got a really impressive library shit. They got Bloodstains, Broforce.
The issue with it is they love taking shit out and putting new stuff in.
They've got
So
they've got Crosscode. I might have to fucking get live again because I want to play that.
sure.
I wish there were more RPGs in here though. They got Final Fantasy. Like you can't complain too much.
Yeah, the issue with Final Fantasy, you have to spend $5 to for DLC for the fucking story to be like
Yeah,
comprehensible, but
to understand the
fuck the
end,
player.
to understand the ending, give us more money.
Yeah, essentially. Hey, the story makes no sense. Pay $5, it'll make sense. You're like, fuck me, I guess.
They've got most of the Halos. They've got a lot of shit. They've got Hollow Knight.
If you haven't played Battle Chasers Night War, that's a really good one. Battle Chasers, yeah, Battle Chasers Night War.
The some stuff in here. Momodoro, I've played that. That's a fun game. Oxenfree is fantastic.
I feel like walk around and just talking.
Slay the Spire. Have you seen the sequel to that? Well, not the sequel, but from the same developer.
Mm.
I don't think so.
Fuck is it?
Let's see. I'm on their Steam page. Mega Crit Games. I don't see anything new. Yeah, just Google their
Or
company name.
maybe it's not the same developer.
I know Rogue Legacy just released its second game. Rogue Legacy 2 just got released as an early access thing, which that's a really fun roguelike.
The Rogue Legacy is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying anything for the Slay the Spire developers.
Okay, I lied. Not from the development team. From a single one of the fucking guys who contributed some pixel art to Slay the Spire.
Oh, the pixel artist. Okay.
Yeah, he released his own fucking game.
That's cool, at least.
One Step from Eden. They ran it at GDQ, so it's the only reason I fucking know about it. It looks fucking gorgeous. It's got the whole fucking pixel art, weird fucking card combat thing going on to it.
I've seen this. This must be something. It's a totally different style though, because Slay the Spire isn't pixel art.
Yeah, but
I know.
it looks great. Like I just watching the speedrun, I was like, I kind of want to play this now.
The fucking speedruns of Slay the Spire are fucking weird.
They are, because it's
First of all, it's RNG out the ass.
yeah, it's crazy as shit. But they ran One Step from Eden, and it was like, I kind of want to play this, like a lot.
It just off the bat, it looks like the same combat that's in the South Park games. Also, I just played a game that had something very similar, positional based.
It's but that's all
Yep, Grim Shade.
like pseudo real time to it. Like you get an action, you can fucking move or attack, but your enemy's not waiting for you.
Also, Grim Shade is a pretty good game. So little people have played it or completed it on PC that like just finishing the game is less than 10% of the players who've bought it.
What is it?
It's called Grim Shade.
I mean, to be fair, if you look at completion percentages for most games, I imagine it's not particularly high.
Well, Steam will do the thing like that. Sony will do like this achievement is rare because so little people have it.
Yeah.
So like, but just finishing the game, it's like you got a rare achievement. It's like, oh.
Again, I think that applies to a lot of games actually, particularly on Steam. some obscene amount of people who get shit for free or on sale or something and just never finish it. Like most of my Steam library shit I never fucking finished. God damn it!
How dare
Me and this mouse are gonna get into a massive fight.
you got something you need to say, Minode?
You can suck my dick.
Someone else gonna suck your dick?
Is there any other interesting topics? Moon, this one might interest you. Tencent might get banned in the United States.
Any well, obviously that this straight up game company, but anything they are backed, like I know League of Legends is backed by Tencent.
Yep.
Hey,
That the reason it got brought up is because of one of Trump's Twitter fucking tirades, and they mentioned banning popular Chinese software like TikTok and stuff from ByteDance and Tencent.
oh, you know what?
So-
That fuck Epic.
Not really. Tencent.
They're a shareholder.
They're a minority shareholder. I mean, if you banned everything fucking Tencent was a shareholder in, you'd lose a lot of shit. If they are a majority shareholder, that's a problem. That's why it'd be interesting for how that plays out for League of Legends. But for like Epic, they're a minor shareholder. They don't have any say in the operation of the company.
I mean, yeah, but Atari's been a shareholder for everybody. Let's be honest.
The fuck does Atari have to do with this?
Wait, you said
Ooh.
Tencent, not Tengen. Never mind.
Nice.
Fucking Christ. They're close enough. Tencent and Tengen, literally one letter difference.
You should
No?
feel ashamed. Ashamed.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There's fucking Brian, so. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Nobody knows.
Exactly. We're really productive today.
Yeah. Any other topics? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
So nothing really comes to mind anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Cause I'm all out of shit. I'm ready to pass the fuck out. So if you guys don't have anything else, I think we should call this tonight.
Sure.
See you next week.
Hitting on just over 2 hours now. So
Look at that. Just squeezed on by.
it does just blink of an eye, and I haven't blown my brains out yet. So it's another success.
Don't count your chickens before they're dead. I don't fucking know.
I mean, that works.
Yeah, that works. Absolutely.
I mean, don't count your chickens before they hatch, you fool.
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, I guess that works too.
It does. Yeah, guess what? It'd be like that sometimes.
Christ.
Some say it don't, but it do.
God, you're an idiot.
Well, there was some
Count your chickens before they're dead.
there was something else
Well,
I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what the fuck it is now.
You know, do you remember what it was like? Gaming, your life.
Yeah, there was some sort of gaming thing. I remember
Oh,
from like a week and a half ago. I was like, I should bring this up, and I can't remember what the fuck it is now.
have you seen the VIPs for Double Masters?
No.
I don't know what the fuck you just called
Fucking
me.
hilarious.
Do I want to see it?
400 something buck for a booster box, 4 packs in it.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that how much Masters was last year though? Like
No, this isn't a full booster box. This is 4 packs. VIP packs.
Yeah. Isn't that what that was last year?
No, these are new. They just came out. Like, these are entirely different. You get double cards that you normally would. You're guaranteed 2 fucking full arts with a custom alternative art, and you get a bunch of full art lands. And the thing is, they're like $100 for one, and you have like an 86% chance to just straight up fucking lose money.
I mean, that's all Magic products, to be honest, though.
Double Masters, even at $330 per booster box, most people are still breaking even or making profit.
Now, I'm curious if you found this gem hidden in YouTube yet. Have y'all come across a video or a YouTube channel called Ordinary Sausage?
It doesn't
so.
sound
The
familiar.
name sounds familiar as hell.
When you search ordinary,
this man-
it's the second fucking result. So.
This man has had a YouTube channel that has blown up over the last 2 months.
Oh, is that the dude that just does fucking obscene shit with his food?
So he will sausage anything requested, with the exception of being sausage casing sausage, which one day he'll do. But I mean, he's done a water sausage. I mean, like, he'll take any
That's called a
suggestion.
water balloon, my guy.
Water sausage.
That's called a water balloon.
He sears the skin and everything, adds a sear and all that. It's a sausage. If you haven't seen some of these videos, they're like half satirical, half not. I can't truly tell. But it is a A-class meme channel. It's definitely only popular because he's just like, fuck it, I'll sausage anything.
Doing a sausage casing sausage soon?
I hope so, but he hates the idea. Look, he'd eat fucking 2 weeks ago. He did an air sausage. Now that's a balloon.
Okay.
I said that's a water balloon, motherfucker.
Eye sausage. That's a mitten.
All right, this is where we're gonna end it here on wonderful salsa discussion. Thanks for everybody came out. As always, I love you.
You don't love him.
Aaron, would you like to say something?
Give me the fucking assassin class so I can play the goddamn early access, you hoes.
And then final words to Project One Moon.
I'll conjure your chickens where they're dead.
Losing to Dilden was awesome.
I love you.